Welcome to MoggyBoxCraft. I'm Deborah, and today I'm going to show you how I make these self-watering plant pots. Ideally, you want one container to be smaller than the other container, and one fits inside the other. The other thing you're going to need is some cotton thread, or rope. Is that what we're going to call this? Cotton rope. And if, like me, you have some problem plants, I keep forgetting to water it, and then I overwater it, which is pretty much what happened with these ones. Little damaged ends here. After popping it in a self-water container, look at all this new growth. Same as this lovely little rose here. See this little dead areas here? Yes, I kept forgetting to water it. And look at all this lovely new growth. It's even started flowering. So if, like me, you don't always remember to water your indoor flowers or plants, this technique is perfect. Well, it's not perfect, but it does the job. So we're going to take this top pot, the one that the plant's going to go in, and I'm going to drill some holes in the bottom here. So I've got my drill to drill some holes, and I'm just going to drill 2 holes. Easy as that. The trick is, does the rope fit through? I don't know if it does. Can we get the rope fitted through there? I think I might have to make these holes a little bit bigger again. Oh yeah, so I'm going to make the holes a little bit bigger. So now we've got the holes in the bottom of our container. We're going to have to thread the cotton rope through these holes and tie it off. Just pop your cotton rope up through into one hole, pull it through the other side. Then we're going to tie it in a knot, like so. Pull that tight. It's up to you how much rope you leave, but the idea is you want enough rope here. So when you put the first pot into the second pot, you want enough rope left that it touches the bottom of the pot with the water in it. I'm going to leave a bit extra rope because I can. I'm going to need a couple of inches just to be able to pull it through and tie a knot, and I can always cut off the excess. So I shall cut that there. I thread that through the second hole, pull it through, tie in another knot, cut off the excess, and pull the string back through. So you're left with something that looks like this. So a small pot plops into your second pot. So because I want a little bit more depth in here and raise that first pot up a little bit, I'm going to add some rope to here and around here just to keep it a little bit higher and make it look a bit prettier. So get your glue gun turned on. Mine's a total mess, please ignore that. Get yourself some pretty looking rope. Pop a little bit of hot glue on there. Get this party started. Don't glue yourself to it. So I'm going to pop on some glue and then wind the rope into it. And I'm just going to keep going round, wrapping the string into the glue, cut off the excess, right, glue that little edge down, try and hide all that. There we go. Secure that little edge in place. If you've got overhanging glue like this, you're going to want to remove that. Just going to scrape that so it looks something like that. So now we've got the rope on the top of this. We're going to do the same thing again, but wrapping it around the top of the plant pot, just so it sits out a little bit and it's easier to kind of grab out and then fill up again. So I've got a tiny bit more rope. So start off with a little bit of glue. Oh, there's a dog hair, excellent. Push that to the top there. So I'm going to do the same thing again, just using a little bit of glue and wrapping the string around the container. Just try and make it as neat as possible. With that final little edge, I would just try and pull up a little bit, pop a tiny bit of glue in there, and then tuck that edge in. This is what we've got so far. So we've got the plant pot and the base, and you can just pop them together. What I have discovered with these plant pots is this happens. So they can end up looking pretty grimy. This one very much looked the same, but I've cleaned it out. I mean, you can still see a little bit of dirt on here, but they do clean out pretty well. If you wanted to avoid that, but I thought it'd be fun to paint the base to go with my pink rope. I don't want to completely cover up my base. I still want to be able to slightly see through it and see that there's enough water in there. Or if it's really grimy, that I know to clean it out. So I've got some old pink paint and some gold paint. This is a walls and ceilings paint, a Valspar. Valspar, is that what we call it? No idea what colour it is, but that's how it looks like in the pot. And Old Faithful Arden Bright Antique Gold. gorgeous colour, love this. I'm just going to put a little bit out in here. The gold I'm just going to use on this lid. So I'm going to paint the base of this container using a sea sponge. I'm just going to dip in my paint. Beautiful, what a mess. And just dab that on. This is going to look fabulous, don't worry. Have I gone totally crazy? No, it's fine. Just dab that on. Lovely. So I've dabbed the pink all over the bottom of my jar. And I'm going to do the same thing using the gold. This may be just a little bit too wet to do this, but I don't care. We're just gonna go for it. I've dabbed the gold paint on. That's how it's looking. It's a little while later. My plant pot is dry. I've also made a hanging plant pot. Same sort of idea. I've just tied 3 strings onto my base of my plant pot. All I've got to do now is add some water and pop some soil and a plant in the plant pot and pop them together. I'm going to put some gloves on, and I've got peat-free multi-purpose compost. This is going to make such a mess everywhere. So I'm going to split this ivy in half. Let's plant this one up first. Pop in some soil. Going to make such a mess doing this. Oh, well, we can clean that up later. So add your water. Pop in the plant. Beautiful self-watering plant pot. And you can customise it using any colour of rope. It might take a day or so for the rope to fully absorb all the water, but trust me, it will absorb and it will work. Just make sure you use cotton rope. I think this plant deserves a new home. It's definitely one of the ones I keep forgetting about. Hopefully this plant will be a little bit happier. I might pop a few up behind us there, and then you can keep an eye on how this plant does in the future. And that is the self-watering plant pots complete. And the best bit is, it works. It's such a simple DIY. You can customise it to fit your room decor, and you could use up other items like sequins. You could try tinsel. I wonder if tinsel would work. No one has a use for tinsel anymore. Maybe I could use it for plant pots. Festive tinsel pots for all. That could be no, let's not do tinsel. Let's not bring back tinsel. I hope you guys found this useful. If you did, leave a like, leave a comment, share and subscribe. Of course, subscribing is optional, but it is very much appreciated. So thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!